Hi Flosstube, it's Chris, the Camping Stitcher. It is Friday, May 13th, 2022, and I'm back with Flosstube number 3. First I'd like to say thank you everyone for all your kind comments, your support, your likes, your subscribes. It's been wonderful, so I really appreciate that. I just wanted to start off saying that. So, I said I was going to do WIP Parade. This is my basket of WIPs. So I think maybe I'll try to get through this. I do have a little bit of haul and some plans, and I wanted to talk about some upcoming events. So we'll see how far we get, how much time I can make this recording for. So anyway, I actually have notes. So I do have not too many WIPs. I kind of allowed myself 22 in 2022, but I really haven't gone that far yet. But my oldest WIP so far is the Four Seasons. I'm just jumping right in here. Four Seasons Primitive Quaker. And this chart's by Modern Folk Embroidery. I don't have a picture of the chart, but this is my progress so far. It's a beautiful piece by Jacob DeGraff. He's just an awesome, I'm sure you all know who he is. He's a wonderful designer, and I really should get back to this because I'm probably almost halfway done with it. I have done a couple of his designs and made them into pillows, and I'm not sure what I'll do with that one. I think I kind of want to try hem stitching the edges and make a wall hanging out of it, so we'll see how that goes. But that is my oldest WIP right now. I do have 2 WIPs that are going to become UFOs because I'm not going to finish them, and I don't know if I'll get time to talk about them today, but we'll see. My second oldest is, and I'm pretty excited about this one because I took it out last night. I was actually in a Zoom for Hawk Run Hollow, and I actually forgot how long it takes me to stitch on 40 count like this. So it's the Village of Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. I love this. I actually have the map of Hawk Run Hollow and I think Autumn in Hawk Run Hollow. I don't even know, like, my lifetime. I started this a year ago. But the good news is I got that box done last night. It takes forever. It's 92 stitches by 92 by 92 by 92 and on 40 count when your eyes are tired. But I had a great time at the Zoom. I want to thank Pam of Stitching in the Land of Good Enough for letting me finding room for me in that. That was really, it was a lot of fun. It was great. This is done on 40 count latte with the called for DMC, and I'm hoping to get more progress on it. I'm hoping participating in the Zooms for it will really kind of boost me along there. So that's my second oldest WIP. My third one, and I'm not unhappy with the progress on this, is Kringles. Kringles by Little House Needleworks. I actually said that right. And I've got a good deal done on this. I kind of put it aside to work on another Christmas project. But this is done on 36 count flax with the called for threads. I think I'm using DMC on this actually. But I've really gotten a lot done. Sorry for the wrinkles. I'm not going to iron all my WIPs when they're in the bag, but there's just so much stuff here. Look at those little teddy bears, gingerbreads, little doll carriage. I mean, there's so much detail in this chart, but I feel like I got a lot of the, you know, the roof was, and the bricks. So really all I have to do is just those 6 rooms of stuff, and that'll be a finish. Maybe I'll probably bring it out sometime in July or something and start working on it when I get that itch to work on Christmas stuff. But that's Kringles. And it's a lot of fun to stitch on, so I just get, you know, squirrel. Gonna work on something else. The next one is Autumn Quakers by Rosewood Manor, and I love autumn. It's my favorite season. And I am doing this with the cold for Valdani threads. They're just gorgeous. Really haven't made a ton of progress on it. I mean, a decent showing. So this is done on Vintage Country Mocha, 36 count. And that's where I am right now. Just, Valdani is so beautiful. I have worked with it before, but not with cross stitch. I have punch needled with it. And I love the Vintage Country Mocha. Just beautiful. Love it. So pretty. I'll probably bring that out this fall because that's when I tend to seasonally work on stuff, and sometimes I'll finish things in the season and have them done to display, but sometimes not. I just like to work on that season when I'm in the season. If that makes any sense. My next WIP, I'm going to butcher the way this is said. It is a chart by Crochet A Go-Go, and it is her advent calendar, which I totally can't pronounce, from 2020. It is beautiful. It's just so cute too. Beautiful and cute. But and I downloaded this from, I think, Etsy, I want to say. I think it was Etsy that I bought it from. So this, I think I've pretty much halfway done. And I'm using the code for DMC, and it's on 36 count, Up in the Attic by Fox and Rabbit. Awesome. I am in Fox and Rabbit's Fabric of the Month. They're neutrals. I love their stuff. It's just such nice linen, and the color, sweet. I hope I don't get any complaints I didn't hold it up long enough, but if I didn't hold it up long enough, let me know. I will hold them up longer. I'll count to 10 seconds or something. I don't know how. This is my first WIP parade. Okay, my next one is Mary Snow. Hands across the sea. Gosh. Gorgeous stuff. And I am using DMC on this. Ooh, I left the needle in. That's not good. I try not to do that because you never know. And that's my progress. So, such a pretty chart, and the colors are so vivid. This is on 36 count Old Sheep by XU Designs or XJU Designs. I'm not sure how she wants me to pronounce it, but beautiful fabric to work on. It's a joy to stitch on her linen. I really like Needle and Flax, Color and Cotton, Fox and Rabbit. Ugh, just so nice. But I work on whatever suits the chart, or you know, a lot of the times I like to work on the call for, but you can't always get that now, of course, because all the shortages and things like that. So it's nice that we have these dyers that make such beautiful fabric. My next one, we're going to get through this fast, I think, because I'm a super speedy, fast talker, I guess, is, this was my unicorn for a long time. Well, you know, since I came back into cross stitch, and I had seen it on Instagram, and I fell in love with it, and you couldn't get it, and then it became available. ES Spot Motif Sampler. Ugh. It's awesome. And I think it's 1884 Stitchery that has the rights to that now. 1884. I could get that wrong, but if I got got it wrong, I'll put a correction down in the description box. But oh, this is a lot of fun to work on too. And I think I showed this to you last time, but I did a lot more. Got some more work done on it. This is done on 36 count flannel flower by Fox and Rabbit. Just, I love it. That is a lot of fun to work on, and I like, I enjoy working on single motifs like that. It really does seem like a small little finish when you get done with one. And in between that, I kind of skip one. I am working on a stocking for my grandson, and I usually reserve Sundays to stitch on that. I kind of missed a Sunday here or there because we were coming back from visiting, and last weekend we were camping. So this is where I've gotten, this is Stony Creek Santa's train stocking, and it's on 28 count Jobelin, and I'm using the Quell for DMCs. There's a lot of sparkly, it's not Krennic, rainbow threads in there. You kind of blend them in with the DMC, but it's coming along pretty nicely, and I'm planning on having this done in time for him to have for this coming Christmas. So this Sunday, stocking Sunday, back on track. But we were traveling for the 2 Sundays, so it was kind of impossible to work on it. And this needle minder is from my daughter-in-law. She sent it to me. It was awesome. I love owls. Owls are like my spirit animal? I don't know. One of my favorites. Okay, then we have from Market. I think I did show this to you guys last time. I'm doing a little stitch along. Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. This is on 40 count because it is a BAP. It is big. And this is how far I've gotten. There's such pretty colors. I really love that. I had to work because I wanted to get to that blue. I wanted to see how the goldens and the browns and the greens look with the blue, and it's just really pretty. This is on 40 count Grandma's Slip by X Jude, and that's the cold for. And I'm using, I think I'm using the DMC, possibly. Let's check. Yep, DMC. It's a little concerning when you don't remember what thread you're using, but I take that out and work on it. I have to kind of work on that like in the middle, like afternoon, because my eyes at night are just, and in the morning they're just not good. They're not woken up yet. Okay, we're getting towards the bottom. Oh, see, not too many. This is, oh, another Market, Humming of the Bees. I think I did show this to you guys. So pretty. Blackbird Designs. They're one of my, everybody's my favorite. You're all my favorite. That's what my grandmother used to say. You're all my favorite. But I was really her favorite. She just had to tell that to them because, you know, you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I was her favorite. Anyway, this is how far I've gotten. Humming of the Bees. And this is on 36 count aged paper by Color and Cotton with the Cold Floor Fancy Flosses. I have to say, there were a couple of really nice, sweet comments about my accent. I don't have an accent. You have an accent. I grew up on Long Island, New York, so we have that intermixed with living in New Jersey for 30 plus years. So there we are. Okay, getting down to the last 2. I had a couple of starts, I think 2, since the last time, since my last confession. Also Catholic. I mean, brought up that way. Catholic school. Oh Joyous Day by Blackbird Designs. And this is how far I've gotten. This is my current working on it. Love it. Probably going to bring this to Needle Fest with me tomorrow because I outlined the bird and I'm going to try to do some outline of the house, and it would be nice. It's my first retreat, and I think it's wise to work on something that I don't have to outline there. This is on 36 count light mocha Zweigart, and I'm using the Call for flosses. It's just, I love it. The colors, I kind of do this. I did this with What Remains by Blackbird, and I'm doing it with this one as well. I don't know if you can see. Up here, there is supposed to be satin stitch, and satin stitch and I don't get along on cross-stitch linen. I can do satin stitch fine on embroidery, but on linen, it looks like poop. Can't get it to look right. So I switch it over to cross stitch, and therefore, you know, I'm happy and it doesn't look so sloppy. I don't know what I do. Maybe it's a tension thing. Maybe I'm just not putting them close enough together. I'm not sure, but I always kind of switch over satin stitch to just regular crosses. And there were a couple of people that commented that they do the same thing, so I know I'm not alone. The last WIP, and this was part of this is a WIP / haul from Hobby House. We went to Hobby House last weekend. It was a really nice trip. Is a Tisket a Tasket by Rosewood Banner. Gorgeous, beautiful. It is a big chart. It also has a lot of small, like, littles that you can make, which I'm going to, because wouldn't that look awesome in a basket? Really pretty. I'm using 36 count. I know the chart calls for, I'm not sure what the chart calls for, 28 count. And I don't think I have a wall big enough for that. So, and I love 36 count is my favorite linen to work on. So I chose 36 count platinum Zweigart. And that's where I am right now. You know, I was worried at first about the grits because I'm using the Call for floss. The grits is really, I think, even in the picture on here, it's not like it comes out at you. It's an accent. It's like a shading. So I felt like it showed up well enough to look like shading there. I don't know if that's focusing, but I really like it. Oh, Hobby House, beautiful needle minder. I don't know if that's like a shell or an abalone. Really pretty. This is part of my and the flosses. So by switching to 36 count, I didn't have to get as much of the Weeks Dye Works. I could like pretty much half them. I think I was safe with halving them. I hope I'm safe because I'm only using one strand over two. So that is my last WIP. That's my WIP parade, and we're at 18 minutes. Oh, I talk fast. I have to slow it down. Okay, so that leaves us a little bit of room for some other stuff. So that's not bad. I mean, you know, as far as WIPs go, what am I talking about here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm over camera. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 WIPs. I mean, that's 10 under what I planned for. I do have two. I have a Carolyn Manning. I think it's Watermelon Tourmaline. And I think I've gotten to like a page. And it's just not. I'm not that kind of, I'm not a full coverage stitcher. I don't really think, and it's fun, but it's just not my style. And I think about what I have in my house and what I like to decorate with. I think what I'm going to end up doing is finishing the one page and using it for some kind of box cover or tray insert or maybe put it in a project bag, but I think I'm just definitely not going to do the whole thing. It was like, oh, pretty, and then it was like, not my style. So I love her designs, but they're just, I think I'm more into her motif designs than her full coverage designs. They suit me better. It's weird, when I got back into cross stitch, I kind of like was drawn to full coverage, and I was drawn to some designers who did like a monochrome, and I really like them and admire them when other people do them, but when I'm stitching them, it doesn't hold my interest. So better just to move along. The other one is like a monochrome, and I think it's by Ronnie Rowe. It's Lady Liberty, and I love the whole idea of it. I just can't stitch that much dark. It's like pointillism, actually, was what it reminds me of. So it kind of makes my eyes a little jittery, so I'm not getting anything out. I think I might package that up and see if, anybody wants to finish it or do something with it. It's on Easy Grid. So, yeah. I guess you find your way when you decide, and you change your style. And right now I'm more drawn to samplers and primitives and cute smalls and holiday stitching and things like that. So that's where I'm going to be. Anyway, so last weekend we went camping, our first camping trip of the season. Everything went great. We headed up to New York State, up by Lake Ontario. Back here in New Jersey, I hear it rained like crazy. We didn't have any rain up there. It was chilly and it was windy, but it was no rain. It was great. We did make a couple of trips to Hobby House. Fortunately for me, right next door to Hobby House was a lumberyard, and my husband's a woodworker, so that kind of when he came in to find me at Hobby House, I thought he was coming in because I had been in there too long, and he was like, I found a lumberyard. It was kind of meant to be. So the first day I was there, I kind of had a list, and I kind of got overwhelmed because there's just so much to see, and it's a really lovely place, and Kathy and Dave are just lovely, and their staff is wonderful. And I did go in there with specific things that I wanted to get, and one of them was this Daylight Foldy-Go, which they had, and I was like, woo, yeah. Because I was going to this retreat, and I wanted to bring something smaller. I have the Daylight little magnifier one, but I like to keep that in the camper. So this is awesome. This, if I don't break it, just like right like that, and I have to make sure it's charged for tomorrow. And there's 3 levels of brightness, and it just folds up so nicely, and this little, like that, has the charger cord, tucks right into the little case. So that's going to be my little take along to retreats. Doesn't take up much room in my bag. The other one's kind of this big, and it's in a case similar to this, but it's big and long and just takes up a little bit more room. So I thought this would be great. That was my Mother's Day gift from my husband. And let's see, we'll go over the charts I got. And I did kit up a Tisket a Tasket, and I kitted up one other thing. Dave's great. Dave's the linen man, apparently. According to Kathy, he knows everything about linen, and he actually really does know everything about linen. And the table of linen they had, I was like, what? Linen? This much linen? And it was wonderful to be able to just look at linen and pick it out and see what it looks like in person. Most of the stuff I get is mail order, so it's nice to be able to go to a place and physically look at stuff, look at floss and look at patterns. So I did pick up, and I kind of hemmed and hawed, but then you see it in person Violet Blue by Blackbird Designs. So pretty. Look at that little one. I mean, I'm sure you've seen these designs, but so pretty. I love all the blackbirds. Well, most of them. I'd say like 99.9% of them. I did find this, and I've seen this all over and never saw it in person before. So that'll be for next spring, next Easter. And while I was on Instagram, I somehow missed this from Nashville Market. Fragments of Time by Summer House Stitchworks. These are the first two. And the second two are, I think, coming out very, very soon if they're not already out, or are available for pre-order. I think it's a series of 8. And if you go to Summer House Stitchworks website, she actually has a free border that you can put if you're going to stitch them all together, or if you're not, you can make them into these little pillows or little ornaments. These are beautiful. I totally my style, totally up my alley. So I don't know how I missed them at Market, because I thought I looked at everything, but when you see something up close, it's like, give me that. And this, which I was told by Dave, this was Kathy's first design, and I just think it's so pretty. I think I want to make this into an ornament. Prancer. So those were the patterns I got. I did get also, I don't know why I wanted these so much, because they're so adorable, but these are the little Kohana snips. Just really I really got excited that I found these, and I found the Foldigo, and I had some threads on my list, and I totally didn't get them. So I had to go back a second day. My husband actually said, "Do you want to go back?" And I was like, because it was right. It's like 15 minutes from where we were camping. I was like, "Yes, please." And he went back to the lumberyard. So, but I did get some threads I needed. Just some Weeks, Classic Colorworks, and believe it or not, 2 DMCs. All for different projects. Some of these are for the Summer House Stitchworks Fragments in Time. And then I did get the Bird's Nest Lady Dot for Prancer to finish it into a pillow. Here's the DMC. I have to be better about remembering what I bought things for. I mean, I know what I bought them for, just cross stitch, but the other kit I did get. Well, I kitted it up, and I need your advice on this, because I've never stitched with Soie d'Argent. Anyway, I saw this hanging on the wall. This is the sweetest, cute, just adorable little sampler, and you have to have a red sampler going, right? Apparently. So Carolyn Page, and I picked up. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness he writes this down. Extra Design Marble Pointer, 36 count for that. Beautiful. It's not going to take the fat quarter, but I'm not going to. I don't leave any linen behind. Just don't. And I did get the Soie d'Argent to go with it. Now, I have worked with MPI, and I've worked with 100.3 or 100/3 silks. I've never worked with this, and this, like, do you put it on a floor strap? Do you take it out of the skein? Do you put it in a floss away bag? The 103s are on a spool. The MPIs I put on a drop. I don't know. Like, I know this separates into strands, but advice, suggestions, tell me what to do. Because I think this is going to be a soon to be started, because I only have 12 WIPs. I'm supposed to have 22. We're almost halfway done with 2022. I better get going. So that was the other thing I kitted up. And the rest of what I purchased was linen. They had some legacy linen. So I got some 37 count Russian tea cake just to have in stash. And I also got some 38 Fuller's Teasel linen, because I just really like that color. And they had a little basket of, I guess, things people ordered, changed their minds on, or, you know, somehow didn't need to get out the door. So, lo and behold, I see some needle and flax Brea. Well, that was not staying. This is just so pretty. I could think of a million things to do with this. No, I can't. I'm going to think of one thing to do with it, not a million. I got a million things in my head, but... So that was the extent of my haul. Well, not bad. I mean, I wasn't terrible. It was Mother's Day. I'm not going to feel guilty. I don't get to go to shops often, but tomorrow is the first retreat I'll get to attend. It's a day retreat. It's not overnight. It's Needle Fest. It's in New Jersey, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hear there's shopping there. I have been to Needleworkers Delight. That's probably the most local to me yarn shop. Not yarn shop, needle shop. It's about an hour away from me, so I'll be heading out tomorrow, spending all day there, and I hear it's going to be great, so I'm really looking forward to that. Other plans I have. Oh, so I don't know if... I don't think I mentioned this the last time, but Cindy DeRosa, Cindy's Cross Stitch on Flosstube. She is running, which this came today, thank you, Cindy. She is organized, and she is running a ornament exchange, and the way she's doing it is you email her to join, and she'll send you information on how to join. You send her an ornament that you've stitched, nothing else, no extras, no gift bags or anything like that. You just send her the ornament with your address label, and $8, because she's going to take care of packaging them and mailing them out to all the recipients. I think what she said was that she had been part of some exchanges that, you know, some people were disappointed, and she just felt that this way everybody would get what they were supposed to get, and everybody would have participated in would get something in return. And for, you know, she did mention things like, you know, a lot of us can't go to the bigger retreats. They're kind of, some of them are out of our price range, or we have to travel too far for whatever reason you can't go. I know for me, it's just I'm still working, and I don't know. I really would like to go to some of the retreats that have, you know, the designers, but part of me, I get a little bit anxious traveling, so not too bad, but it's a concern. But I mean, I don't know. I really like the motivation behind her wanting to do this. So if you're interested, she's on Flosstube. I'll put I'll link to her Flosstube channel in my description box. Give it a try. It'd be great if we got as many people as we could to participate. The more the merrier. I mean, it's actually more work for Cindy, but sorry, Cindy. But I think it's a really great thing. I hope it's going to be a annual thing. It's going to be fun to share this. She's going to make a video when she gets all the ornaments. I think you have to have them to her by postmarked by July 1st. And then she's going to make a video of all the ornaments. So we will all get to see all of them, and then she'll mail them out sometime in July. So do that. Check her out. It's Cindy's Cross Stitch, and she's Cindy DeRosa on Instagram. Trying to think. What else? My plans are to make that ornament, work on my stocking. I have 2 starts. One of them is that Hands Across the Sea I just showed you. And the other one I think I want to start is Sarah Fletcher from Hands Across the Sea. And then, you know, there might be a squirrel or two that happens tomorrow at the retreat. As things happen, when you see something that someone else is working on, you become completely enabled and you have to get that, and well, it happens. But I think that is about it for this one. Looking at my notes, I think I hit all the points. Hopefully. Thank you again. I really appreciate your support. I love the comments, and if you have any suggestions, please, by all means, leave a comment. Like, subscribe, share it. This is a great community, and I think, you know, the more we can inspire and encourage people to be a part of it, the better we are. So have a great, hopefully 2 weeks, and stitch away. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.